starting right off the bat with the running game. Joshua Kelley, he's gone. He had 22 games the last few years with 25 touchdowns and over 2,500 yards. A lot of production to replace, and there's a lot of candidates who can try to fill his shoes. So, Jack, who do you think is the favorite to replace Joshua Kelley?
I mean, the favorite has got to be Demetric Felton. This dude has shown out, especially as a receiving back. He was a wide receiver early on in his Bruin career, transitioned to more running back, especially on third down when Kelley really isn't the receiver that he should be. He had a big game against Washington State with almost 300 all-purpose yards. The dude is a beast. He is so quick. I think, especially if Chip Kelley really wants to integrate DTR more into the running game too, having a speedy back like Felton with him would do wonders.
Yeah, I mean, Demetric Felton, there's a reason he is one of the premier NFL draft candidates on UCLA football moving forward. He's really talented, really fast, but I don't think he's the heir apparent for Joshua Kelley's spot in the backfield. The two of them worked well together last year, but we saw in the first couple of games when Kelley was injured that Felton really isn't an every down back. In that Cincinnati game that he had an amazing game to start off week 1 last year, he wasn't doing his best running between the tackles. He only his big play was a receiving touchdown and a kickoff return for a touchdown. That's the guy he's going to be moving forward. I don't think you can rely on him to be a 20 carry a game kind of guy like Joshua Kelley was.
Yeah, I mean, if only there was a way for Chip Kelley to adapt his playbook to his personnel. But I don't know. Maybe if you have a receiving back and Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who's a good athlete back there, you can adjust so you don't have to have a 20, 30 guy back there the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, Felton will be getting a lot of snaps, but like you said, he'll be as a receiver and a running back, receiving back primarily. I think the guy to go to between the tackles, more of an every down back, I think is going to be Brittain. He's a transfer from Duke. He didn't really have a lot of stats the last few years, but 2017, his freshman year, he had over 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's as a freshman, as an ACC program. He's over 6 feet tall, over 200 pounds. He's definitely the kind of big body who can just push through the middle. He's definitely got the body style for it. His injuries have limited in the last 2 years. It's understandable. But if he comes into UCLA healthy, then I think he can be the guy who can maybe get double-digit touchdowns and 800, 900 yards.
Oh, okay. This is all relying on how long the season is too, but I don't think if we're going to be playing a spring season that Chip Kelley can rely on a transfer, especially a dude that might not have as much time to learn the playbook, develop chemistry with DTR. Why not go with guys that are already here? Why not stick with the Felton? Or how about this? You have one of the speediest guys in the country, Kashmir Allen. Start playing him and Felton together. Please, Chip Kelley, play Kashmir Allen more.
Well, yeah. Kaz is super fast. He's really dynamic. Same with Felton. But if you're trying to make those guys your every down backs, and if you're shoving a square peg into a round hole, it's not really what you want to do. You could adapt and have a more receiving back friendly offense, but that's a big change for 1 year. You're going to need a reliable ball carrier who can just kind of put his head down, break some tackles, push for 3 or 4 yards, get those third and short goal line scenarios down. And I think Brittain Brown can be that. When Martell Irby, he's also a power back that hasn't proven much recently. And then Demetric Felton and Kaz Allen are smaller guys, lighter, receiving back, speed guys. So the most important role in the backfield this year is that every down back position that Kelley is vacating. And I think Brittain Brown is the favorite to take that role. Doesn't mean Felton's going to have a bad year. He's going to get fewer snaps. But you can't really make Felton into Joshua Kelley. We saw that in the Cincinnati game last year.
No, exactly. Don't make Felton into Josh Kelley. I completely agree with that. Instead, change your playbook to match your strengths. Get DTR into these short, quick passes. Get him to these short, quick running backs that can break tackles. These dudes don't have to be your 200, 225-pound guys that can break through the line and just shove every single guy off them, a la Marshawn Lynch. Get some speedy guys out there. Chip Kelley's known from his Oregon days for innovating the offense, especially the spread offense. Start running the spread offense a little bit more, please.